All right. So I just want to further reflect on what appears to be my important 2-week break, as far as just being able to get my own freedom, and yes, especially my outdoor freedom, within that 2 weeks, or rather 2.5 week period. Especially these last 4 days, I'm talking about, from Saturday till Tuesday, and I just thought like it was much needed, and to have that, it's like I got more time to feel loose and to relax, chillax, and just like I know I've had some slip-ups, some forgetful moments, but that's just me basically taking my vacation. Even though it's not literally a 2-week vacation from my dump, although that would be nice. So, although I'm not really looking forward to that right now, since I'm in a mission to literally leave that place. It just makes me feel like life is normal, right? Getting normal sleep and surrounded by silence at night, it's just not too much hassle and too much activity, like I'm talking about like in my home life, you know what I'm saying? As far in regards to this 2.5 week break. So, it was a blessing. It was like I had a 2-week vacation. I was able to go out with friends a couple of times during that stretch. Yes, I played against Russ, just Russ. I know I want to, like, if my mindset was, was like prior to the group text incident, I would have brought a group along. I'm dead serious. It would have been Russ, Dewey, Neil, Abbas, all 5 of us just playing ball, and then after that just grabbing dinner, and then after that just chilling, doing other things. Abbas getting his groceries, who knows what, and in the end just come home super late. Hey, well, when I hung out with Abbas and Neil, Abbas didn't get no groceries, but still I came home pretty late and ate dinner, like at 10:30. Man, and I'll never forget the time that I forgot to put the headlights on. Oh boy, man! Like, had that happened? Like, had I, if the police saw that, shoot. Oh man, I was just lucky, dude. But I know it was unintentional. That was a huge mistake on my part. I would never let something like that happen to me, as far as like forgetting something like that. But I'm blessed to see myself really just really going through this whole hangout, just being able to dodge getting in trouble, you know what I'm saying? So look, man, I mean, I've had all the fun I could. Now I wish I had more fun. If I, if it wasn't for the news that I heard after I beat Russ in his home court that first week, where I thought that my supposed 2-week break was going to cut short to just one. And I was starting to feel disappointed, and it's like, man, am I going to really cancel my 2 extra vacation days? The 2 vacation days on Monday and Tuesday, which were the last 2 days of the the important 2.5 week break, and it turns out, it was still a 2.5 week big break. So, if things are just going smoothly as it should, I would have been able to watch Jurassic World. Hell, I could have watched Jurassic World in that first week, right? So, I would have been able to do more, right? It's like I had that kind of freedom, and it was perfect because it was in July where there's really no other holidays happening except, after 4th of July. So, never mind the fact that it was pretty hot in that first week. I had all the freedom I needed, man. I had all the freedom. And now that's done and over with, since I'm back in reality again. It's like every time I'm in this dump, like, I have to think to myself, I'm sitting down in this dump when it's just not so busy as it used to be, like, and it makes me wonder, when I'm ever gonna have this an opportunity like this again. Come home and just let loose, relax a little. Yeah, I'll still be active, but it's not like to the point where it's like, it's just too busy, just too, sometimes just so stressful, and like, or just rather pretty stressful, very stressful, right? And it's just, I just don't even know if I can get another opportunity like that again. I'm dead serious when I say this, man, because I'll just never know. And I'm not gonna be willing to wait, for another one like that to happen, because it seems like it never will again for the rest of the year. Now, of course, it's only July. I know there's like, there's about 5 more months left, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, I don't want to have to keep on waiting for another opportunity like this, because I may not get one like this again. This is where like, my freedom, my outdoor freedom is just pretty much limited again. And so I'm at the point now where, like, I with all these discussions that are still going on, I just feel the need to just break away, but I know I can't, because I need a new job in order for me to just finally find my own peace out there. You know what I'm saying? It's to that point where it's like, it's much needed. And for me, having to go through the same life my same outside life for these last several years, or the last few years, it's getting very, very exhausting. It's getting very, very exhausting, man. It's like I'm just like, I just don't know how I can see myself, surrounding myself with any more fun when really it's just rather stress than fun than joy. It's just more stress, and like busy, stressful. It's been like that, and discussions are not even about joy and happiness. And I'm just right at that point, dude. I just don't know how I can continue to live with this kind of outside life. It's just sad, man. It's just sad to see this continue to happen. Continuously happening, and that I really have no control over it. You know, I am tired every day. And right now, the best I can do is just to hang on. I can only hang on, man. I can only hang on for dear life, knowing that it's only going to take a new job for me to find myself in a better situation, to where, you know, I myself can make better life choices with better financing. Yes, I'm talking about better pay rate, of course. I mean, I can't continue to live with this kind of life. You know, being in the same home for too long, being in the same dump for too long. I'm just right at that point, man. So, I don't know, dude. I don't know how I can continue to deal with this. To deal with this, man, I don't know, dude. Like, I almost feel like I'm just running out of words, and just knowing that things are just like, I mean, things are just not gonna get better for a long time in general. You know, I know some of us need a permanent peaceful living, but you know, I can't just rely on having these two, like a certain amount of time to have this. You know, right now it's just too much, man. It's just too much. So I hate to be just leaving work and then having to deal with my outside life, like, with just more and more. Because I mean, I want to be able to relax, man. I want to be able to relax without just having to be in takeover mode. Just for as long as I can enjoy my life. And right now, I can't even find myself enjoying life right now. All right. So, I mean, like, there's just no way right now. I mean, really, like, I don't know, man. I'm just, like, I can keep saying the same thing over and over, you know. I feel like I've repeated a lot of this stuff, like, in my previous videos about my life, as it pertains to me feeling stuck with where I'm at and all that. I can continue to feel that way, saying the same things over and over. And, you know, the one thing I gotta do is to get a new job. And who knows, if I do get a new job, I think I can see things will change for the better. But, you know, per my conversation with the therapist, or, you know, just per the therapy session, I gotta, you know, he's actually preparing me, you know, for the future, where I want a permanent, peaceful living of my own. And he's preparing me for it. So I have to really, you know, take advantage and take small steps, because it's the only way. If I really, really, really want that life, because at this point, I need that life. Yes, it's not going to be easy living on my own, but, you know, it'll be a good learning experience. And so, you know, like, right now, it's just, I can't really control anything, because things are just, it's just not on my decisions. So it is what it is, man. yeah, not much else to say. So I'm not gonna keep hoping for another 2-week break at this point on, because I mean I was blessed and I was just lucky to have that. So I don't know if I'm gonna have it again. All right, you guys take care.